Wait a minute, back up. You can do what with your Bitcoin?
Hey guys, I'm Britta Thans. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta Thans.
Listen, I'm a semi-Bitcoin maximalist, but I do understand all the value and all the tech behind POS, proof of stake, opposed to proof of work. And while I do think proof of work is superior, and I stand by that, proof of stake can give us a lot of things that proof of work just can't, or at least hasn't until now. And one of the things with proof of stake is that you can actually stake your tokens and get rewards, whether that's APY, meaning it appreciates every year, or you actually get airdrops. Now, sure, you could do that with Bitcoin as well. You can give it to something like BlockFi, give it to something like Celsius. But we all saw how that turned out. And I've been advising against giving custody of your Bitcoin to anybody else. Your Bitcoin should be in your ledger, should be in your wallet, and you should just hold it, period. But what if there was a way to stake some of that Bitcoin so you can actually get rewards in a more safer, decentralized way, or at least some of that Bitcoin, if you will? And what if I told you there is actually a way to do that? So a couple of weeks ago, I got contacted by a project called StakeLayer, which claimed to be the EigenLayer, or EigenLayer, or EigenLayer, or whatever it's called, claimed to be the EigenLayer of Bitcoin. And I was skeptical. I was extremely skeptical because I don't like staking my Bitcoin. I like holding my Bitcoin. But I wanted to be open-minded about this, so I checked the project out. And I found it quite interesting and quite appealing. And even though this is a sponsored video, I do find it appealing, I do find it interesting, and that's why I accepted this project. So StakeLayer claims to be the EigenLayer of Bitcoin, or for Bitcoin, for L2 restaking. And basically what this means, you can actually restake, not just stake, but restake your Bitcoin for ultimate amplified rewards. Now, in order to understand this and in order to actually grasp the concept here, you have to understand how EigenLayer actually works, because it would be a disservice if you don't understand this. So let me simply explain it to you real quick. Okay, so in order to understand how StakeLayer works, you need to understand how EigenLayer works and why somebody would use it. So let's say you have a crypto project over here. Let's call it X Crypto, okay? So you have X Crypto, a crypto project, or mantle, or whatever you want to give as an example here. Now, X Crypto here wants to concentrate on their product and app, but they don't want to concentrate on network infrastructure. Why? Because it's expensive, it's time consuming, you need staff, dedicated staff that knows what they're doing, there are security risks, and so on. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna use a middleware provider. In this case, they're gonna use something like Agent Protocol or EigenLayer. So they basically outsource this to EigenLayer, and EigenLayer does this for them and gets a fee or gets fees. Now, here's where you come and see you can provide this and get most of these fees over here. How? Well, instead of, let's say, staking Ethereum, and excuse my artistic abilities here, this looks more like a kite. If somebody was holding it, look, you're holding a kite. Anyway, I digress, doesn't really matter. Let's say you were staking Ethereum, you would stake it either directly or use something like Lido and maybe get a yield of what, 3 or 4% possibly. Which is great, it's not perfect, but it's okay. But if you use something like EigenLayer and stake your tokens to EigenLayer, you can actually provide security for the network and therefore get most of these fees that they share. So basically you get staked Ethereum or staked ETH or staked kite, whatever you want to call it here, and basically you get a higher yield, a much higher yield, whatever that is. Now imagine you could do all this on Bitcoin with a Bitcoin narrative like it's coming up right now. That's what StakeLayer provides. That's what StakeLayer does. So now that you understand how this works, let's see how StakeLayer can amplify and compound our rewards and actually do what EigenLayer does for other cryptocurrencies, but for Bitcoin. So StakeLayer aims to be the cutting-edge platform dedicated to maximizing your returns through restaking technology. Basically, it allows you to restake your Bitcoin as we explained before so you can reap the benefits. And look, with Bitcoin being the narrative, the Bitcoin ecosystem, with Bitcoin DeFi being the narrative for this bull market, along with AI, gaming, and other narratives, but Bitcoin taking the lead, it makes a lot of sense what they did here because they're trend stacking. They're trend stacking Bitcoin and they're trend stacking EigenLayer, or staking, if you will. This combination with their sauce on top, if you will, is what we call trend stacking. And this is a successful way or successful path for any project in any realm, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's business, and so on. So what StakeLayer is trying to do is democratize Bitcoin earnings, making it accessible, profitable, and secure for investors worldwide. And they're doing this using blockchain technology. So essentially, you would stake your Bitcoin here and you would reap your rewards, amplified, of course, as we explained earlier on. So why choose StakeLayer for Bitcoin other than, I think it's the only one available right now. There's no other projects that are actually doing this, which I'm aware of, at least not in a decentralized or sufficiently decentralized or semi-decentralized way, if you will. Well, first of all, you can maximize your Bitcoin earnings with a unique restaking technology. We already talked about that. But also they claim to have unmatched security. So basically, your investment is safeguarded with state-of-the-art security measures. And we can look at this a little bit later. Let's get rid of these cookies down here, even though I like cookies. Gaining some cookie weight. They have a user-friendly interface, whether you're a crypto novice or even an expert, and their platform is designed for ease of use. And truth be told, look, they have a very nice UI. They have designed this extremely well. I actually have to give them that. Also, you get transparent processes, meaning with StakeLayer, what you see is what you get. No hidden fees and no hidden surprises. Now, talking about surprises, I'd have to mention before I go on with this review that with anything, there are potential risks. And I'm going to be talking about some of the risks with StakeLayer that you need to know about if you're going to go down this route. But we'll do that in a bit. So here is the restaking architecture, if you will. You can actually see it over here. Of course, I gave you a more simple explanation earlier on, but if you look over this, you can actually see how this all works. And of course, here's the security contributors, which is OXGuard or XGuard, CoinSalt, and SolidProof. Of course, there is a bug bounty over here, meaning if you find a bug and you actually kill it, because right now we have pesky mosquitoes. If you kill the bug, I will pay you. If you come and kill these mosquitoes that are driving me nuts, it's not even summer yet, I digress. But there is a bug bounty, so if you find anything wrong with their software, website, or anything else, you can actually get rewarded. Moving on to their PR, you can actually see they're very focused on their PR and their marketing. So you can see they're already on Yahoo Finance, Forex TV, The Defiant, and Globe News Wire. Moving down a bit, you get to see their team over here. And this is one thing about this I like and I don't like. And let's start with the things that I don't like, because I feel that's extremely important. I want to be transparent, and I've promised that I will call out red flags on any projects, whether they're sponsored or not. Not saying this is a red flag, but hear me out here. You can see their team over here. You have Vladi, DAO founding and head of operations. You have Anna, DAO founding and head of marketing. And oh my God, if you're watching this, Anna, you are beautiful. You look like a model, just saying. And then you have Yaro over here, the creative director, that looks like he's about to kill me for what I said about Anna over here. What I don't particularly like is while you can reach out to them with their email or Telegram over here, I don't like the fact that you don't have a LinkedIn or you don't have a surname here, so you can actually look them up and see who they are, if they're legit, and verify information. And then it says you have plus other 10 team members. Who are they? Where are they? And understand maybe they're hidden in documents and whatever, but that's not the point. I don't really see any way I can verify this. So what I did reach out to a friend of mine called Sham. Sham, how you doing? Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. And his team, what they came up with so far is that the project seems legit, there needs to be more time to research and so on. And basically, they are attending an event, the Bitcoin event that's going on right now, a crypto event in Dubai. And he was supposed to go over there and actually check them out, see if they're actually speaking, if they're actually there. But unfortunately, there was cataclysmic rain. I mean, there was Noah Ark stuff going on in Dubai for some strange reason. And in order to get to the event, you would need to rent out submarines. And while in Dubai, that is actually possible because, you know, Dubai, you could get anything. I guess I didn't go with it, so I guess he didn't get to meet the team for me. I was actually going to surprise you guys. StakeLayer team, I was actually going to surprise you guys. But unfortunately, that didn't go as planned. So moving on here, you can actually see StakeLayer supports various type of assets here. You can actually research these on your own. And of course, we can come into the core features over here. And the core features are low fees and high scalability, which is extremely important. Because not only does StakeLayer have low fees, but it's also highly scalable. This is because it's EVM compatible. So basically, it ensures and enhances transaction liquidity. Also, StakeLayer has Bitcoin protocols support, meaning it works with popular protocols on Bitcoin, such as ordinals, or should I say BRC20 tokens, stamps, SRC20 tokens, and so on. Shout out to Mike in Space for stamps and SRC20 tokens. And then, of course, there's native innovation. Here are the conferences they are attending. Blockchain Life was the conference where I wanted to surprise them and have my friend meet them. And if we move down a little bit, we can actually see their progression, or AKA their roadmap here. Now, this essentially is a new project, meaning you are getting in early, meaning the roadmap is quite important here because the news and anticipation of these coming out will probably do a lot for price and other factors. So right now, we're in Q2 2024. We are in the pre-launch phase over here, or the alpha release over here. By the way, you can join the revolution by clicking this button up here to the top right, which I suggest you do, and you check it out at the very least and do your own research. But as you can see, in Q3 is the alpha release over here, and of course in Q4 is the mainnet launch and ecosystem development. And while this is new and you're thinking, okay, but the bull market might end soon after that, Paul, I mean, you called, but you said that it's going to be a shorter bull market. You have to understand that this is on Bitcoin. It has to do with Bitcoin ecosystem. It has to do with Bitcoin DeFi, and I'm pretty sure that there'll be innovation, or maybe not pretty sure, maybe that's not the correct term here, but I am anticipating there'll be innovation and building in the bear market, and the next bull market, I do believe that Bitcoin projects will do quite well. This is because projects like BRC20s, SRC20s, Bitcoin DeFi, we're extremely early, so this can actually fall through, or follow through, should I say, to the next bull run. Here you can get early access to the first restaking protocol on Bitcoin. Join the pre-sale here. I actually suggest you do this and actually check it out. You have 9 days, 15 hours, and 46 seconds as I'm making this video before the price increases, meaning if you join now, you get in cheaper or with less money, and as time goes by, this actually goes up. But what are the risks here? Because obviously there are risks associated with this project. Just like any project in crypto, there are risks for this project as well. Well, one of the risks is, what if there's an issue with a smart contract? Yes, they've been audited. Yes, they can go over it. Yes, they have a bug bounty, but you never actually know what is up with the smart contract. Maybe there's a vulnerability, maybe something happens, maybe there's a hack, maybe there's a mistake. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. I mean, there doesn't even have to be a problem with a smart contract. Maybe this is a complete scam, or somebody in their team actually scams them. We've seen this before, backdoors and so on. I'm pretty sure they're taking care of their security, but this is a risk that we need to talk about. Also, there may be slashing involved. And slashing, I don't really want to get into it right now, but basically it means the rewards you were expecting, they're slashed and you get less of them. And while that isn't a deal breaker here, it's something that you need to be aware of. And then finally, maybe this project fails. I mean, yes, we are bullish. Yes, we like the project, but you never know what happens. I mean, this is a real thing that could go wrong when you invest in a company, when you invest in crypto. As a matter of fact, when you invest in anything, whether it's crypto or not, it's risky. Maybe the utility becomes obsolete. Maybe regulations come in. There's a whole bunch of things that can go wrong. But there's also a whole lot of things that can go right. So what's my opinion here? What do I think about StakeLayer? I think that you should look into StakeLayer. It might be a great investment as a Bitcoin ecosystem play, if you will. And whether you stake or not, and if I was you, I would only stake part of my Bitcoin, not all my Bitcoin. I just want to say that and get that out here. StakeLayer may actually bring a lot of profits as a project alone, not just by staking Bitcoin. So make sure you check it out and see if for you it's a good addition to your crypto portfolio. Now, if you want to know more about Bitcoin ecosystem or Bitcoin DeFi plays, make sure you watch this video right here. Listen, you really don't want to miss this video right here. Make sure you subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video.